So github.com, right? So it says here, go to github.com. So you can copy and paste and go to GitHub. I already have an account, so I don't have to create one, right? So I'll sign in, but everyone please sign up and use your ACC email, right? Since it's an academic version of the online compiler that we're using, then we have to use the edu email. So I will sign in with my I already have an account, so I don't have to create an account. When you create an account, it's going to ask you for some user ID, like you make up your user ID, whatever it is, right? So once you sign in, then it'll take you to a home page. Obviously, you won't have as many links as I do, but that's the first step. Create an account on GitHub, and I'll wait a few minutes to give everybody a chance to do that, right? So again, what are we doing? We are doing assignment 1. We're doing create new account on GitHub. This is required to give us access to the cloud compiler, okay? So that's, I'm doing this step here for right now, and I'll wait for everyone to create their account. If you already have an account and it's the ACC email, then you can use that one. Questions?
Do we go to GitHub right now?
Yes, this is, we're doing it right now, right? We want to set up this right now so that everybody can have the development tool ready.
Now, where do you go on GitHub? I'm sorry. Where do we find it?
GitHub.com, right? So GITHUB.com. Let me sign up. So you will see this landing page. You have to click on sign up right here and use your ACC email. And let me see, what does it ask you for? That's not too friendly. Or email, continue. I already have an account. I think after you continue, it'll ask you for login ID and password. So create an ID and choose a password, and then click continue, and it should create your account. Let me see. I'll just type anything here. I'll just whatever. Okay, create a password. I won't do that, right? But it'll ask you to create a password and then continue. I guess in the next screen it'll ask you to create the. First of all, let me re-sign in before I go to the next step. I had signed out, so let me sign into my GitHub account. So I'll sign in, and then I'll paste that link here, and I'll say enter. It'll bring me to this screen that says accept assignment. You may not see this exact same screen. It may be asking you for permission to use GitHub Classroom. Granted permission. I think it's some green big button here that'll be like, are you sure you want to allow GitHub Classroom? Say yes, right? Once you do that, then it'll bring you to this page here. So let me make this page larger. All right, so I'll wait. And if you don't see this page, then please ask, right? I'm not accepting the assignment yet. I'm waiting for everybody to copy and paste the link, follow the link, and grant GitHub Classroom permission, and then you'll see this screen here. Yeah, so there's a GitHub authorize, right? So make sure you click on that authorize button. Once you do that, then it brings you to this screen here. If you're on this screen, feel free to click on accept this assignment. and it'll set up your space on GitHub. Takes about 30 seconds. You can wait maybe 30 seconds and then hit refresh, and then you will see a link to your space on the cloud. You can follow that link and save it as a favorite because you will be using it for the rest of the semester. Anyone having issues with granting authorization and getting to this screen here? So if you're on this screen here, then click on accept this assignment. I will go ahead and click accept myself, right? So accept this assignment, and notice that it's saying that I've accepted the assignment course, right? And saying we're configuring your repository. Take a few minutes. It actually takes about 30 seconds. So you can wait about 30 seconds and then you can do a refresh or reload. Once you do reload, notice there's a link here. It's saying your assignment repository has been created. What I will do is I'm going to right click on that link and say open link in new tab. That way I can come back and show the students what they're supposed to see. Once I do that, notice that I have my own space on the GitHub cloud, right? So ACC Summer 2023 course, and we have course, and my username is Art Gonzalez ACC, right? So, and here you see a list of folders. Let me enlarge this. See a list of folders. We have the source folder. That's where our source code files are. We have the test files. That's where we will be writing code to test code that we write in the source files. You can safely ignore the other stuff here. I mean, it's just configuration information and README information for setting up your tools on your machine if that's what you want, right? Yeah, so
I got into GitHub now. I'm in GitHub.
Yeah, so go back to the assignment, right? So go back to assignment 1.
Okay.
Right? And then copy this link here.
Yeah, so assignment 1 on Blackboard, right?
Yeah, I cannot see your screen, right? So I'm walking you from the beginning, right? So I don't know how far you got. So you copy this link, and then you copy it into a new page, and you hit enter. Once you hit enter, you will see a green button asking you to authorize GitHub Classroom. So you click on that one, and then the next page should show you a page with a green authorization button somewhere down here. So you say accept this assignment. I think it says accept this assignment. Once you do that, it'll tell you that it's setting up your GitHub. It's telling you it'll take a couple of minutes, but you can wait like 30 seconds and then do a refresh of the page. Once you refresh, this is what you should see. You should see this link here, and you should see your user ID here. Once you see that, you can right click and open link in new tab, or follow that link, save it to your favorites because you'll need it for the rest of the course.
Okay, I'm going to. All right, so where do I find assignment 1 in the activity sheet?
The fastest way to find assignment 1 is to use the calendar.
Okay.
So you go to the menu and you click on calendar, and you should see the assignment on today's date, right, the 30th. So you click on it and go to this assignment. It's telling me to edit because I'm an administrator, right? So once you do that, then it'll take you to the assignment. Scroll down to find the link. It's under accept GitHub classroom assignment. You can copy this link and open it in a new window and follow the steps.
Okay. All right. I'm on it right now. All right. Got the URL.
Yeah, copy it into or open it, right? And once you open it, it's going to be asking you to grant authorization to GitHub Classroom. click on that button.
Okay.
And then it'll ask you to accept this assignment in the next page.
Okay.
And after you do that, you should see a page that looks similar to this one. Like you click the green button, it's telling you it's going to take a couple of minutes, wait like 30 seconds, do a refresh. After you do that, you'll see a page like this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. We can move on.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else? So everybody has created their space. Everybody can land it here, like on their home page for GitHub. Anybody else having issues or questions? Okay, so one more time, did anyone not get to this page?
I finished setting it up, but it looks different than what you currently have.
Mm-hmm. So if you follow the link, right, this link, it should take you to this page here. Anybody not seeing this page? Anybody else not seeing a page that looks like this one? Okay, so for now I will move on, but then afterward you can share your screen and I can help you. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so all we've done so far is we created an account on GitHub. Our space and our files are already on our sandbox on the GitHub site. The next step is to create the online compiler, right? So to do that, we click on this green button here. So we click right here, and then you see this dialog box. You see local and you see Codespaces. Click on Codespaces. This is the screen that you should be seeing right now. Once you see the screen, then you can say create Codespace on master. So once you click here, then it'll take you to a window and it'll say setting up your Codespace. This is setting up your online compiler, and it'll link it to C++, and it'll also link it to your source code. So once it's done, you should see the list of files that match your GitHub source files for this course. It takes about 2 minutes, right? Maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Setting up this on your computer, I mean, it might take 30 minutes to 2 hours, depending on how many issues you run into. But since this is pre-configured with scripts that GitHub provided, then it's very easy to set up. Notice down here, like it was doing something, and up here, notice it'll say select a kit, right? This is after about 1.5 minutes or 2. It'll ask you select a kit. So what I'll do is I'll select GCC 10.2, right? But for now, I will leave this here so that everybody can see what they should expect to see once it finishes, right? Up here, you'll see this drop down, select GCC 10.2.1, blah, 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 blah. I have put a timeout of 10 minutes on the Codespace, mainly because they give us very limited hours, right? So that way, if you were using it, you forget, you go do something, you forget that you were logged onto the Codespace. After 10 minutes, it'll log you off, and that'll save you hours, right? They give us, I think, about 40 to 50 hours free per month. 50, I think it is, right? So, but I mean, they may go pretty fast, right? So that's why there's a timeout of 10 minutes. Right, so I will click on GCC here. So I click on it, and then it's doing some other configuration. Notice here, like it's doing some configuration. It'll say that there was some error. You can safely ignore it. That's not gonna affect us at all, right? So once we do that, once you see this here, then the online tool, the development tool, is ready for C++ development, right? Well, how long did it take us? 3-4 minutes, right, to do this piece? So that's why I recommend this for everyone.
Is there a odd command to bring back the search? It went away, switching back and forth between Zoom.
Okay, which search?
The GEC select.
Yeah, down here at the bottom, by the range, you'll see like no kit selected. So you can click and then notice it'll bring back the list for you. It'll be down here.
Got it, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So again, make sure that down here, what's that range, right? By the tools, you see GCC 10.2. If you see no kit selected here, that means you have to click and then you'll see this drop down, and at that point select GCC. What this does, it links this tool, Visual Studio Code, to C++ compiler, right? And then when you type C++ code, it knows to use a C++ compiler to check your program for errors and then to create an executable, and eventually it'll run the executable for you. Everything is point and click. You don't have to remember any special commands or anything like that. You don't have to start it, right? Like I'll go back, right? So have this as your home page, and then when you come here, I'll notice that this will refresh, and then I should have a link here for my Codespace. It should refresh. So you'll access it by clicking Codespace, and there'll be a link here, and then you can follow it, right? Let me do a refresh. I'm not sure why it's taking so long. This usually doesn't take that long. Yeah, you see, like this one's redesign space Fortnite. It gives like colorful names to the Codespace, right? So if I had gone, this was a different day, right? I would go to this home page. I will click on code. Make sure I click on Codespaces up here at the top, and then I would follow this link. Following this link would open my cloud compiler. So let me see. I'll stop.